It's the Dear Auntie podcast with your favorite aunties, Carm and Koe.
Talk to me. What's going on with you?
You need advice, and they've got the answers. Auntie gon' keep it real.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie.
Welcome back to another episode of the Dear Auntie podcast. Y'all are tuned in to our very first live stream. And as you can tell,
What are we doing?
by the technical difficulties, that this is, in fact,
What are we even doing?
our first live stream.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to us.
Congratulations to us. Shout out to Taba. We're working it out.
Yeah.
Here at Elevate Studios, where we are broadcasting live from ATL. So as y'all know, I am Aunty Koe.
Yeah, and I'm Auntie Carm.
We are your favorite aunties, if you did not know, if you have not figured that out yet. We are here to hopefully offer y'all some words of encouragement, some words of wisdom, some words of advice. But we are not experts, and we want to make it clear that our advice is based on our lived experiences and not our expertise. So if you have questions that you would like us to answer, you can submit them anonymously by sending us an email. Well, that wouldn't really be an announcement. But send us an email and we'll send you the link.
But they can also click the link in our bio.
It's in there. Okay.
On our IG page.
Okay.
Follow us at Dear Auntie Pod. Click the link in the bio and submit your anonymous question.
Please do.
Yeah.
So let's do a wellness check. We have not done a
Okay.
wellness check in a minute.
True.
So let's do 1 to 10. How are you feeling today?
I'm at a 9.
Oh, clap for Carm. I believe this might be
Okay.
your first 9. So tell us about it. What's going on?
I mean,
on cloud 9.
I mean, I just feel great. I mean, I'm having a good day in my relationship, a good day in my work life, a good day at school, because I'm back in school now.
Back
We'll
in
talk about
school.
it.
Okay.
I'm having a good makeup day. I'm having a good fashion day.
Okay.
My dog acted like she had some sense today. Everything is just...
I
Oh
love
my
this
gosh.
attitude of gratitude
Yes.
because you know what? When you feel like you're in the spirit, just like things are going right, more things go right. Same way
Yes.
when you think everything's going wrong and then it
Attract
spirals.
the goodness.
Yes, attract the goodness. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm a 9 too.
All right now.
I might not have said 9 if you didn't say 9, but I'm inspired. I'm going to claim a 9 because
go.
claiming the 9 is going to bring me opportunities to
Absolutely.
create the 9. So yeah, we'll go with that.
We love a manifestation situation.
So you said you're back in school. Tell us what is happening.
I'm back in school, and God, I do not know what possessed me to go back to school, but
What
I'm
did
there.
possess you?
I'm
What
there.
possessed you?
Well, I took a leave of absence in
Mm-hmm.
2020 when my dad passed away, and at that point, I just was like, I ain't doing shit else, okay? I'm trying to run a business, keep my head above water. I got a relationship. It's too much,
Mm-hmm.
right? But now that things have kind of, I don't want to say they slowed down for me, but I have level footing now. I said, okay, it's now or never. I only have 3 classes left. So I said, Carmen, you might as well do it now because who knows? Because 2024, I feel like I'm just going to be kicking in doors and busting through ceilings. So I'm not going to have time to be in nobody's classroom.
Got you. So what are you studying?
So I'm studying public policy.
Okay.
And it ties into my nonprofit. So I'm excited about that. But Auntie's old. And she's in the classroom with the Zoomers.
Are you?
And it's a whole different world. It is so different than when I was in school
Tell
back
us
in
the
the early
differences.
2000s. The students are more demanding of their professors. They talk while the professors are talking. They tell the professors what they gonna do and not do. And I'm paying money, so you're gonna listen to me. Kind of, they're giving Karen energy. A lot of Karen energy.
Karen down at the college.
You know,
Okay.
but this is a HBCU, and I'm just like, wow. So yeah, I feel kind of out of place, to be honest. I'm a little rusty. I haven't been in a classroom in a long time, but I'm excited about the possibility of graduation.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
That's interesting.
Things are different now.
Well, congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
And kudos for completion.
Thanks. So speaking of the younger generation, they're definitely a generation that has, their tattoos are a little bit different than ours.
Are they?
I feel like auntie tattoos are different from Zoomer tattoos and even boomer tattoos. So millennial
right.
aunties, right? So there is a tattoo that I have. I have 7 tattoos. Okay. But the one that just really pisses me off is...
You regret one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I regret a couple of them, but the one that pisses me off the most are these Chinese letters down my back, which I think every auntie that's about 30 to 35-ish, 37-ish has these Chinese tattoos. It's supposed to say black, bold, beautiful. Now, does it say that? I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to say the millennials are the most tatted generation of all.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But I think that what is it, Z after us? The Z's? Who's after us?
The Zoomers, Generation Z.
So they, for sure, I think are going to outdo us.
I think so,
because they're
too.
getting like sleeves and murals and
they're really
face
brave
tattoos.
with their
like
tattoos.
they are serious. The Chinese letters. Like I have some Chinese letters
Do
as
you?
well. Yes, I do.
Do you have any regrets?
Do I have regrets? I mean, I have some that I wouldn't do again if I could do it over.
That's a regret.
But I don't have. Yeah, okay, that's a regret. I don't feel like ashamed. I feel like a regret is like I gotta cover it up. I don't want anybody to see it.
No.
I don't feel like that. But if I had to do it over, girl, stop playing with it. Like I was just
Like
playing.
most of these, I probably wouldn't have.
Most of them. I was the type of person that would go to the tattoo shop like on vacation.
Yeah.
And she's like, let's just
Let
go
me
get a
get
tattoo.
one.
Yeah, just stupid.
it is what it is.
Just dumb.
So we say all that to say nieces and nephews, really think about what you're putting on your body.
Put some intention behind
because maybe
it.
10 years later you'll be like, what the hell is this?
And why?
All right. So Black Twitter always keeps me entertained. You know,
Come on,
I
Black
love
Twitter.
talking about Black Twitter. I saw something that cracked me up, and I wanted your opinion on
Okay.
it. So we're aunties, obviously. So an auntie starter pack.
These are like the essentials?
Yeah, these are the auntie essentials.
Okay.
Okay. And so on the starter pack, they had 4 little screens. One of them was a pair of scrubs, nurse scrubs. The other was a cream and gray Louis Vuitton bag, you know, the big bags that the aunties carry. The Nissan Altima, and a 27-piece wig.
Not the 27
And I was
piece.
just cracking, you know, the one that does the little swoop thing. Yeah, that's what they had there. So I was cracking up laughing. But what would you put in your auntie starter pack?
So my auntie starter pack, my personal, like inside my bag over here, a pair of flats for sure. Because
Okay.
auntie is not doing the hurt feet. I don't care. Judge your mama. I'm not doing it. So a pair of flats definitely in my bag. A fedora hat. Auntie has gotten into.
Not a fedora.
Auntie has gotten into the fedoras.
love
Okay, we're
it.
real grown and sexy. I'm definitely gonna have a mimosa. I have elevated
In your bag.
I've elevated in my bag. I've elevated. So my starter pack are like my essentials for
so
life.
funny. Okay.
They're not in my actual
Got
bag.
you.
Because the next thing on my list is an acrylic French manicure.
Oh, yes.
I just wanted to go with nostalgia.
Yes.
Like, what are the aunties doing? We definitely got these acrylics. And lastly, but most importantly, a bedtime is a part of my auntie starter pack. I can't hang. Invite me to the brunch or the day party. Other than that,
What time is your bedtime?
I can't come. On a regular night, like 10:30.
Okay, yours is later than mine.
Yeah, I know.
Mine is 9:30.
She's
I
serious.
must be in the bed at 9 p.m. tucked in.
What's your husband's bedtime?
Oh, he's a night owl.
Okay.
So
okay, I
he's
was
like,
wondering.
I'll be asleep, and he'll be like,
That's usually how it is.
"What you watching
Hey,
on
babe.
Netflix?" And I'm like, "I'm not watching anything. What are you watching?" So I like your starter pack though. I'm into the French manicure now too. I find myself going into that, but right now I have red auntie nails. So in my starter pack, okay, I have taken a special liking to fanny packs.
Have you?
I'm back on the fanny pack wave. Give me every kind of fanny pack that you got. I have at least 5 in my closet. I have a Gucci one. I have a Reebok one. I have all kinds of fanny packs.
Do you
okay?
wear it the classic way, or are you doing
Yeah.
it the over the shoulder way?
First of all, I hate the over the shoulder
Me as
way,
well.
and that is not of our generation.
It is not.
So it goes right on the front, strap it on, and I'm good to go. Right, so I can dress it up or dress it down. My sweet red Sutter Home wine, I must have.
Come on, Sutter.
You know, I'm not afraid to drink out of a box either. I do.
Auntie will buy a boxed
I will
wine.
drink out of the box also. An SUV. Gotta have an SUV where I can put all my stuff. I mean, I don't know what stuff, but all of it.
In case you need it, you have somewhere to put it.
And a pair of big old glasses. As you can see right now, I got on a pair of big old glasses. They're not sunglasses, but I like all kinds of glasses. I don't know.
I love your accessorizing.
Thank you. So this is my auntie
vibe.
look today. But yeah, I just
What's
thought that
in
was
y'all
fun.
starter pack? Let
Yeah,
us know
tell
down
us.
in the comments. What's in your starter pack? What did we forget? So let's get into the Auntie is Over It segment. In this segment, we share with y'all things that we are fed up with. Sick and tired, miss me with it, get somebody else to do it. Carmen, what you got?
So I am very much over you all traumatizing your children for likes. First, y'all were slamming pieces of cheese on their foreheads, which my mind is blown about that. But next up, you guys have pulled out of your arsenal cracking eggs on children's foreheads, on toddlers' foreheads. Okay?
Not a chance.
And I say, call up CPS. Call the people on each and every one of these individuals who are traumatizing their children in this way for likes. I just hate it. I hate it. Find something else to do besides traumatize your children online. All right. And speaking of Child Protective Services, we talked about Blueface the other day, and his, what he did with the strippers and his son. And apparently the Department of Children and Family Services are looking into that video with him and his son. And I hate to see a family get torn apart, but Blueface, she kind of earned this one, brother. So again, just stop subjecting your children to stuff like this.
Stop subjecting your children to things and stop showing the internet.
And stop
because
showing it.
we don't know what you're doing with your child.
You're just
at your
slamming
house.
eggs in their fork. Okay. But lastly,
That's child abuse.
I want to squeeze another one in.
Okay,
Sorry.
go for it. No, it's
you
good.
know I love Queen Latifah. And the people, she did she sang the national anthem recently. And the Generation Zers didn't know that Queen Latifah could sing.
Well,
was shocked.
Carmen, Queen Latifah has lived several lives.
UNITY.
People don't know. That's like Will Smith. People probably don't know Will Smith was a rapper. Like a young Generation Z thinks that Will Smith is just an actor.
That's
or
not cool.
Willow's daddy. Imagine that disrespect.
That's wild to me.
That's wild. But we, different generations.
Put
know
some
different
respect
things.
on it.
Put some. Y'all know she don't play about Queen La.
I sure don't. What you over?
Oh, I'm over, and I wrote this one out. It should be a script. I should read it to y'all. But this is what I'm over. Let me tell y'all. Because Aunty Koe, y'all tried to cancel me a couple years ago when I tried to warn y'all about these scammers in these internet streets, okay? But today I'm naming names.
Oh, shit.
Now, a couple years ago, I named names as well.
Okay.
Because that, I'm just about that life. And I feel like if you are big and bad and bold enough to be out here scamming, surely you shouldn't mind people talking about it, right?
Ooh.
And people, I posted about it on social media after I had personally met the third person that had been scammed by this particular person who goes by the name of Dana Chanel. And so I posted about it. And, people came out of the woodworks. Oh my gosh, she scammed me. I did this. I was expecting this. I got nothing.
Oh my
People
gosh.
came out of the woodworks. Blogs started posting about it. Like it really
I remember that.
started.
It was a thing.
Started this thing.
It was a thing, yeah.
But then there was another side of the comments that were heavy on they hated Jesus too. Well, when you're trying to do the Lord's work, the people gonna come after you. And what I'm over this week is y'all being so damn gullible. Nieces, before you spend your energy, I'm not even talking about money that y'all are giving these people. Before you even spend your energy on people, spending your time investing in people, please do your due diligence.
Do your research.
Especially on the internet. You could barely trust people in real life, offline, right? So you definitely don't know strangers on the internet. You definitely don't know who people truly are versus who they portray themselves to be. And I don't care if they are sprinkling Jesus all up and through it. That does not mean that they are gonna deliver. They're gonna do what they,
Not you speaking over your microphone because you're so into it.
I'm just saying, don't let them sprinkle. Don't let them scam you through their sprinkle of Jesus.
So what was she
do
charging
better.
people for? Like,
girl, everything that she was doing was a scam and probably still is.
Okay.
So she was doing apps. She was charging people. They were paying her to build these apps. They were like cookie cutter. Basically, they were white label apps that were not what people were paying for. She wasn't delivering. She had the beauty supply brand and she's taking advantage of people, which is the part that I don't like. It's people giving what could be their last. I literally saw several people talking, and I'm talking about like thousands of dollars, not like
not
$5,
$5.
$10.
Yeah.
I specifically saw several people talking about a $5,000 offer that she had that they purchased. COVID happened, I think, and she could no longer deliver the offer, but did not give any refunds. That is scamming. If people pay you for something that you do not deliver, you're scamming. So do your due diligence, nieces. That's the moral of the story. If you don't know who Dana Chanel is, count yourself lucky and steer clear.
Well, that you have shooketh the table, Auntie Koe. Let's get into some tea time. I felt like we was already in the tea time.
That was a little spicy.
So have you heard of the TikToker Morgan Bailey?
I have not.
Okay, so she's been going on about a random man in Atlanta. I don't know if that's been the trending topic. It's called Random Man in Atlanta, and it's her baby daddy. That's the random man. Oh, okay. And so on TikTok, she's getting dressed every day, doing her regular routine, and she's telling people how hard it is to be a single parent. She just gave birth. I guess the baby might be about 5 months old or something like that. And every time she comes on, she said, yeah, this baby here is by a random man in Atlanta. And then she goes on about her day. And so, of course, she's gone viral. And this man has come out of the woodworks to tell his side of the story. And as he did, his other baby mamas came out of the woodworks as well to tell their trauma story about him. And I'm saying all of that to say, I want to know your opinion on baby daddies and how women choose their baby daddies, because the conversation has now come up, which I think can sometimes it sounds a little bit like putting all of the responsibility on women, which, I ain't down with. But do women have some sort of responsibility when it comes to choosing their baby fathers and the men that they're procreating with?
1,000%. We have responsibility in any choice we make, we have the responsibility for the repercussions or the results that we get based on those choices. I don't think that, scientifically a woman cannot impregnate herself. So 100% of the responsibility is not on you. However, once that baby is earthside, 100% of the responsibility is on you unless you go down to the courts, get a couple dollars, and it really be giving people a couple of dollars.
Just a few dollars.
But the brunt of the responsibility is going to be on you, which is why you should take some consideration before sleeping with someone who you do not know. I saw a post on Instagram earlier today that was like, they need to start sending y'all home with baby daddies in high school instead of those little baby dolls. Maybe you would have learned a lesson. If somebody would have sent you home with a trifling baby daddy to practice.
Here he go.
Being all trifling, get on your nerves. You're going to be stuck to this man for the next 18 to 21 years. You would think twice with your choices. Real. I don't think that that's funny.
Yeah.
To your point, the TikTok girl, I don't think that's funny. I don't think it's cute. That baby's going to grow up and be the random baby of the random man. You making yourself look bad.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily, when I first saw it, I ain't going to lie, I was really shocked. She does go on to give, I guess, her day-to-day and try to give hope to mothers who are single and things like that. So I think that's the good side of it. But to your point, when the baby grows up,
now you the random baby.
It's the random baby from the random man in Atlanta. It's not going to be so funny. Steve and Marjorie have been going
not so funny
through the ringer in the tabloids these days. And the first rumor was that they had broken up, which I personally was very sad about. And I'm glad that they're saying that it's not true.
Why were you sad, Carmen?
Because I love marriage and love. Okay. And black love at that. Okay. So I didn't want them to get divorced. Okay. And they look like they're having a good time. So Shirley Strawberry, if you listen to the Steve Harvey show, she's a part of their show. Apparently, her estranged husband, Ernesto Williams, he's in jail.
Jailbird husband.
Yeah, and so she was having a phone call from the from the jailhouse.
A recorded conversation. In which she was talking about Marjorie and Steve and why they don't never go over to the house, even though Steve really enjoys company, is because Marjorie, if she's there, she treats them like the help. And so that's gone viral, and she had to apologize on Steve Harvey's show. And only thing I want to say is this.
Marjorie Harvey has a bad rep in the street. I don't know what she's done to people.
You don't know what?
No, I just feel like the lady's minding her business and living the best life. Yeah.
I mean, you
Cole, what
got
you know?
to do some research
What
on
you
these
know
people.
I don't know.
Lady Heroin, allegedly, is her moniker. We don't know about this? I don't know.
I mean, I know of her. I know of
We've
that.
heard of, well, there's, I don't know if these are rumors.
Yeah, but
at
the same time, I'm just like, okay. Well, anyway, I just that's on the streets. That's the story
word
on the streets.
That's allegedly. This is not my news. We're just reporting the news.
And I will say that I just hope everything's going well at that house over there.
I hope everything is well. I don't ever want to see a black family breaking up.
Yeah.
And again, take us out of your business. How did we even get here? Y'all have done such a great job of keeping your business private.
Yeah.
Who
I don't
is
even
mad
think
at y'all?
it's somebody leaking.
Right.
The
Somebody's
material.
leaking y'all's information, and it's not us. So don't be mad at us. However, what is the husband in jail for? I have so many other questions.
I would like to know that as well. But
because
again,
Steve Harvey hooked her up with that man.
oh, I didn't
So
know that.
I have so many questions.
So you got more tea than I do on this situation.
So let us know in the comments if y'all have even more details.
So the VMAs happened, and it used to be such a show that we used to get so excited about.
It was a show.
And now I just feel like nobody cares. But all the celebrities were there. There were some tragic looks on the red carpet. Tragic. And I just want to say to the celebrity stylists, where have they gone? Are they on strike too? Is everyone on strike?
They have to be
because
on strike.
the fashions are horrible. We have to bring class back to the red carpet. Please, for the love of God, we are tired of seeing the same Sheen looks, the same Fashion Nova looks on red carpets. My God.
I'm tired of seeing the coochie on the red carpet. I saw a cooch
Whose cooch did you see?
and niece.
You saw a cooch sighting?
Listen, niece, I usually be riding for you, okay? Carisha, I don't want to see your cooch on the carpet. What is happening? It wasn't even like a cute.
Unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. It was like a not a good look.
Who are the stylists? Show
I don't know.
yourselves.
What was the theme? That was my question because everybody looked bad.
I don't know. And they
y'all-
always do.
all
Everyone
looked
does
bad.
all the time.
Yeah, we didn't understand.
It's
Y'all
something.
need to start telling the public what the themes are so that we can
so we can be
understand
in on
and
it.
not just be confused because it
Yeah.
did look bad.
So anyway, I want to skip on down to a couple of other things so we can get to the main topic at hand. But I was watching the
Shout
reunion.
out to the chat. Somebody's in the chat. Hey.
Oh, hey y'all.
We live, y'all.
Somebody said Carisha's outfit was the worst.
It was number one on the worst dress list. You got some good eyes. I could not see that.
Yeah, 40-40.
Wow.
20-20, whatever.
40-40. That's Mad Dog 40-40. Real auntie vibes.
So the recent episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, I watched. I've been trying my hardest to stick with it because I love the very beginning episodes. But now I watched the recent episode, the reunion. And I'm not going to lie. I sat there and I thought to myself, I said, are these aunties too old to be carrying on this way on national television? Have we reached the point of no return? I mean, I feel like we've reached the pinnacle. I think everybody has to kind of retire at this point and bring in some new blood.
Well, that's what they're doing, right?
I'm not
think
sure,
everybody's
but
fired.
what are your thoughts at 40 plus? Shouldn't we just give it up in terms of reality?
You should absolutely give it up. You should absolutely want to be a better example for your children.
Yeah.
I think everyone on that show, with the exception of Marlo, has biological children, and even she has adopted her nephews. So you should want to be a better example for them.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it's
Just
awful.
being on national TV, arguing back and forth with other
Being so
black
catty and
women
petty, yeah.
about nothing in my 40s. God help us all.
Help us.
So let's get into the main topic here.
Let's do
Wedding
it.
etiquette.
Y'all ain't got no home training.
Some of y'all don't know
apparently.
how to act, so we just gotta make it a whole conversation, okay? You and I talked about weddings before
did.
at one point, and you had like 11 bridesmaids.
I had a circus of a wedding. I definitely did. It wasn't outrageous. We had a little over 100 guests.
Yeah.
Half of them was the wedding party, as we just
Okay.
said. And yeah, it was a shit show. So let's get into it.
So I feel like all etiquette is lost these days, and I want to bring it back to the surface for our nieces and nephews and some of our aunties and uncles that don't know how to act.
Okay.
So let's talk RSVPs first. RSVPs. You must RSVP to the wedding. You just have to send in your RSVP and send it in the time frame that the bride and groom are requesting that you send it.
Can I text you that I will be coming?
No, you cannot. Please do not text the bride. She is not trying to hear it. She got 11 things
not
going
gonna remember.
on. She's not going to remember. Why do you think the bride has time to write down your RSVP? And what makes you so special that you can't go to the link and click? I'm getting triggered. Oh my
And
gosh.
you will
PTSD.
not have a plate
You won't have a plate.
or a seat.
Okay. Next up, guests. No, you cannot bring a +1.
If your invitation did not have a +1 on it, I had someone write in
No, they didn't.
a +1.
This who I'm bringing.
This is who I'm bringing. You didn't know this, but this is who
But
I'm
I'm bringing this person.
Yeah.
To your place.
This is who I'm bringing to eat your $100
to your
plate.
food. Okay. Well, they won't be getting in.
And they brought them.
The way that you dress is very important when you show up to someone's wedding. You want to be respectful. Okay. You do not want to wear white. You do not want to wear your club dress. You do not want to have your titties out. You do not want to, if you are a man, you do not want to have your ASS out. Put on a belt and dress like you got some sense.
So we always hear about not wearing white,
Mm-hmm.
not trying to outdo the bride.
Yeah.
Do you think it's bad etiquette if you are underdressed?
Absolutely. What makes you think you could come in here dressed like you going to a regular event on a regular day or to your 9 to 5? This is
my big day.
This is a big day here. You're coming to a wedding. Act accordingly and follow the dress code.
What about when Jaden Smith wore the Batman costume?
Wait a
Do you
minute,
remember?
what?
You don't remember that?
When and where?
To Kim Kardashian and Kanye's wedding?
I think that's absurd.
Okay, he really did.
But
it,
also,
though.
we're talking about Kanye West here.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Gifts. Bring one. Bring a gift.
Off of the registry, not what you think that they want.
Bring a gift. You would not believe how many people showed up to my wedding and didn't bring a gift.
Girl.
And I just was like, really? Okay. That's how
That's
we're
what
doing
we're
it.
doing? But you came to eat the
Inappropriate.
food.
It's
Yeah,
inappropriate.
It is.
Don't go live on Facebook. This
Pause
Okay.
for the gifts one.
okay, we can go back to the
Let's go back
gifts.
to the gifts. I saw a couple on social media that like verbally like reprimanded the people on the microphone who did not bring a gift.
Now, wait
So
a
what's the
minute.
etiquette for the couple
Yeah,
in that
You're not
situation?
allowed to do that.
Okay.
You're
So
gonna
you
have
gotta follow
to
some etiquette too.
bite your tongue and
Take a L?
Keep it cute. Yeah, you're gonna take your L, but But I say do like I did and take a mental note of the individuals who did not bring a gift to your wedding. I'm not petty, but I'm petty on
attention.
that. Yeah, I pay attention on stuff like that because to me it's a complete disregard for
This
the
money that I done
festivities.
spent. How about that?
Yeah,
help
absolutely.
me recoup some of this,
It's
please.
just now you just saying kiss. You telling me to kiss your ass.
Basically. While you eat my cake.
Right. Don't post photos before the bride or groom unless they say that you can.
That's a big one.
I haven't even posted my special day, and you all on Instagram and Facebook.
My people get to see your up angle.
Congratulations.
Don't do that. I don't want the world to see my private moments.
Awkward.
And two, I don't know if this is new, but the trend of like no phones. Like this is a silent ceremony. Not acknowledging that or not following those rules, I think is disrespectful.
Please. And then you're not allowed to propose at my wedding. I know some people are cool with that. I'm not that girl.
Absolutely.
Please
not.
don't come to my wedding and think you about to make it your moment or you about to make it about you and your boo. This is my moment, my money, my time, my space.
Don't have a baby either. Don't go into labor.
Don't have a baby at my
It's not
wedding.
about your baby either. It's
At all.
wait
Don't do
until the
any of
next
that.
day. Yeah, don't do any of that. Just be respectful and treat people as you want to be treated. I really think the golden rule truly comes in handy.
For
if
sure.
you don't want someone to do that to you, don't do it to them.
Now, are you allowed to tongue kiss during your wedding? During your nuptials?
I believe that if I've been dreaming of this wedding my entire life, and then I've invested my hard-earned money to pay for this wedding,
You get to kiss.
it's my
tongue
party.
kiss?
I can kiss if I want to. I can do whatever I want to at this wedding because I paid for
So,
it. And yep.
So that you can tongue kiss at your. Me, I say keep your tongue in your mouth.
I don't want to see that, but if you choose to do that, it's your show, baby.
And your grandma's on the front row, and you know better. Your grandma don't want to see you tongue kissing.
So what is the correct kiss? A peck?
A little.
Okay.
I mean, you can let it sit there for a little bit longer.
Hold it for a second, but
About
don't
5
open your
seconds.
mouth.
But keep your mouth closed and put your tongue back in your mouth. Don't nobody want to see all that.
Okay.
All right. So now you know. If you didn't know, these are the rules of a wedding. Make sure that you utilize your etiquette at all times.
And drop some other rules
Yes.
down in the chat. If we forgot something, let us know. What are some things that you absolutely should not show up with? You should not do. What about kids? A baby.
Every time you say kids,
I invited
what
you
about
to my
them?
wedding. I have a 5-month-old baby. I am a single mother, and I cannot come unless I bring my baby. Should I stay home? What y'all think?
I'm gonna say, yeah, you might have to stay home, but it depends on who it is. You know,
We're besties.
Like if it's my bestie, then yeah, your baby can come.
I guess you can come.
Yeah, but I'm all about kid-free experiences.
Me too.
So
And I got kids. All right, let's get into some auntie advice.
let's get into it.
So during this Dear Auntie segment, this is probably why you're here, to get some advice from our non-expert selves. So up first, Dear Aunties, this is a little heavy. I think I might be an alcoholic. I'm ashamed to say something to my friends or family, so I'm writing you with hopes that you can give me some advice. Right now, I drink pretty much every day. Some nights I drink until I fall asleep. There will be days that I don't drink at all, but on those days, I'm constantly thinking about the next time I will drink. If I don't drink for two or 3 days, the next time I drink, I pretty much binge and feel very shitty afterwards. Feeling of shame and guilt have taken over my mind. None of my friends know when I'm invited out. None of my friends know, so when I'm invited out, everyone wants to do shots and party, but I know that for me, once I start, I won't be able to stop. I don't know what to do at this point. I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle. Any advice that you can give me?
That's heavy.
Ooh. The advice that I would give you is to seek support outside of yourself. I believe, and this is an assumption because I don't have personal experience in this area, but I believe that an addiction is one of those things that you can't necessarily get yourself out of all of the time. And I don't know that you should trust yourself to get yourself out of it, because the same unhealthy mind that got you into this place might not be able to create the healthy habits needed to get yourself out of this place. Some people can just do cold turkey, but a lot of times having the support of your friends and family helps you with that cold turkey.
Sure.
So if your people don't even know, then they can't really support you through that process. So I would say find a support system. And sometimes that might not be the people closest to you, because there are, feelings of shame and guilt sometimes with the people who you love.
I love what you said, because I was listening to Iyanla, and she was telling somebody who called in, she said, the same sick mind that is taking you to this place is not the mind that can heal you throughout this process. And so reaching out to other people is that's going to be my recommendation too. Finding support groups. I actually came across a club that was in my feed, because I have the Black Girl Social Club, and the Sober Black Girl Club came into my feed. And so I started following them. They have really good work. So I say definitely look into that group as well for support. So recommending that to you, and hope that you find your community.
And that was a great resource, because that made me think also, I think drinking is a big social activity.
Yeah,
so even
for
people
sure.
who are not really into alcohol, they drink because of the social pressure. There are lots of menus with mocktails on them now, so you can definitely improvise. There's even a place right here in Atlanta that's like a dry bar.
I saw that.
Yeah, so so check your local city. There might be a cool atmosphere where you can have a mocktail, still feel like you're
in the mix,
you're vibing,
you're
in
being
the mix.
social.
And then also, if you are not at the place yet where you want to share with the people closest to you, sneak in a mocktail. Like, they don't have to know what's in your cup,
Yeah,
right?
a little Sprite,
little
a little
creative.
sham in there.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Dear Aunties, I've known my best friend for 8 years, and she recently got married. I'm 24 and she's 26. I was really happy for her until the night before her wedding. The wedding took place in Mexico, so it was a really good time. But when we went out for her bachelorette, she let all the way loose. Like loose as in she had sex with another man. The next day, she woke up and acted like nothing happened, and the wedding went on as planned. It's been 3 weeks, and I can't stop thinking about it. I'm not sure if I want to be friends with someone who would cheat on their soon-to-be husband the day before their wedding. It just feels weird to me. Am I tripping? Your niece, Portia. Well, Portia, here's what I say. I do not condone your friend's actions. I think that is very sketchy. But I don't really know how that necessarily impacts your friendship. I think you can say something to her about it if it makes you uncomfortable, if you feel some type of way, but I don't know if it's enough to, like, call off your friendship.
It's enough to call off my friendship, because let me tell you what. If I question your morals, I can't do business with you.
True.
I definitely can't have you in my house.
True.
For sure ain't bringing you around my husband. Because if you're not faithful to your husband, you don't have no loyalty to me or mine. So absolutely not. So does it personally affect me, like, directly? No. But I don't trust you. I don't trust your judgment. You don't have enough integrity to not do it, but then you don't have enough wisdom to not do it in front of people.
Ooh.
So
No discipline.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here with that,
so
girl.
Auntie Koe is kicking him to the curb.
You're not tripping, Portia. Tell her to pack we can't be friends no more.
My
I'm sorry.
goodness.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Moving right along. Dear Aunties, I am a single 25-year-old woman living in New York, and I'm looking to get more out there in terms of dating. Getting to know people has always been a little hard for me. What are some good conversation starters when meeting men in just day-to-day life, such as the grocery store, car wash, gas station, shopping, etc.? Your niece, Brianna. I have a good answer for you, Brianna.
Ooh, I'm glad you do.
So, I am going to say you don't necessarily need a conversation starter. What I'm going to recommend is a statement piece.
Ooh.
Because you want to give them, you want to throw a little bait out there and give them something to hook onto and start the conversation with you. I am not an advocate or in support of women making the first move.
Oh, okay.
Just me personally.
Okay.
Do what you want to do, but I don't. That's
Because
not,
men go after what they want.
Yeah, men want what they want, and I think if you start that, you start that, you're gonna have to keep up with that. So I don't want to do that. But I do believe that you can wear some nice earrings. You can wear a nice top. You can, wear something that's going to bring in the right attention. So your statement piece should not be your ass cheeks, right? Your statement piece should not be making that type of statement, because you want, whatever the statement is, you want it to attract the right response. So I'm going to say wear a statement piece and get them to start the conversation.
I love it. I love that.
Thanks.
Because I was going to give complete opposite. I was going to give you some answers. Okay,
Tell 'em,
say
tell
this,
'em.
say that.
Tell her. She might want to make the move.
The thing is, I really don't have the specifics, but say you're at, for example, the gas station, and you see a man that you're attracted to or you would like to start a conversation with. While pumping your gas and he's close nearby, you can say, hey, is this normal? Make something up that's happening with your car, your gas handle or whatever. Say, do you mind checking this out for me? And, see what happens, see where that goes. Or if you're out shopping, you're at Marshall's. I always talk about Marshall's because I'm always there. Hope maybe you guys will give us a sponsorship.
Come on, sponsor.
But maybe you were shopping at Marshall's and then you're shopping for your dad, fake shopping for your dad, and say, hey, what do you think about this shirt for my dad? I'm going out with him to dinner. You think he'll like it? Or something like that.
Come on, Carmen, with the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
men like to be asked for help. They like to be asked for solutions. And so I think that's a good way to kind of start up the conversation. Oh, and especially in the grocery store, that's a perfect place, because if he's looking for something to eat or cook, you could say, you got anybody to cook that for you? Or something just cute and laugh
Real
it off.
spicy. Okay.
Yeah. So those are some suggestions.
You got to have the confidence to back that up.
You do have to have the confidence. So definitely work on your confidence. But I like Aunty Koe's advice bringing people to you.
That was too, but some women do, are comfortable with and do, want to start the conversation. So
for sure,
you got advice for both scenarios.
All right. So lastly, our last one says, "Dear fellow aunties, I've been married for 2 years, but dated my husband for 6 years before we married. So altogether, we've been together 8 years. We really love each other and things are going well, but I think we're both looking to spice things up in the bedroom. It seems, though, like my husband and I have different ideas of what that means. When we talked about spicing things up, I mentioned trying new toys, different role playing, maybe even watching porn together. Our sex is usually pretty straight to the point and traditional, so we've never really done any of these things. Crazily enough, I was a little scared to share my ideas. But boy, was my mind blown when he suggested that we try a threesome. Now I'm shook, thinking, has this been on his mind all this time? Am I not good enough? I've never been with another woman, but I do want to make my husband happy. What are your thoughts? Brittany. Ooh, Brittany girl.
Spicy.
Oh, we have some people in the chat. Hey, welcome in. Thanks for joining.
Carmen, what are your thoughts?
Okay. This is, woo. I feel like I'm in a Zane novel.
Come on, Zane.
Aunties, check in. But no. So for this is tough because you never expected your husband to pull this out of his bag. Mm-hmm. You were just thinking y'all was going to do a little role play. You was going to put on a nurse outfit and call it a day. But he had some other plans. So my advice is this. Do not, absolutely do not, bring another woman into your bedroom if you do not like women and you have never thought about doing it and do not want to do it. It's going to bring nothing but resentment, strife, and pain. And you don't want that in your life. And I would just say, even if you do like women, I still don't think it's a good idea to bring another woman into your heavenly, homely abode.
Your loving bed.
Your loving bed. It's too many energies in there. You never know what's gonna happen after the deed is done.
So threesome is a hell no for you personally.
I ain't gonna say in my former life it might have not been.
Okay.
In my current saved married wife life, yes, it's off limits.
Really?
Yes.
Girl, my husband is going to watch this and have a field day. He has a whole philosophy that I don't agree with, by the way, of if you've done something in the past,
you'll do it again.
How can your husband not have what you've done with someone else? I don't think you're obligated to just do whatever you've done before, but he gonna see that and go ham. I agree with you though. I think that if you're doing something for the purpose only to people please, and you really do not want to do it, I do not think that you should do it.
You shouldn't do it.
I don't think that you should be mad at him for being honest about his desires. Because you asked him. And this is one of the things that women do that men complain about. That we say we want y'all to be honest and be real, but then you're honest and you're real, and then we
cut your head off.
Yeah, we cut your head off. I'm not good enough. Why are you thinking this? And it's like, you brought up the conversation. Now don't be mad at my response to the conversation.
For sure.
So don't do it if you're not comfortable with it. Maybe start with, a toy or the porn or something, a little safer.
Start safe, start small. Don't do anything you don't want to do. Don't feel pressured. I mean,
don't feel pressure.
Because like I said,
this is your husband though.
Yeah, back in my heyday of dating, college, obviously, I felt a little pressure from my then boyfriend, and it was like, okay, should we do it to be cool? That kind of thing. And so
I don't really get threesomes. I can't wrap my mind around how is it working. Maybe I need to watch porn or something to understand, but somebody's getting left out, right? Am I right or wrong?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because I think everybody finds their place in it's like a puzzle.
Okay.
So you just put the puzzle pieces where they need to go.
I will be sitting in the corner. It would not work out for me. I don't think I'm about that life. But interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we helped you, Brittany, but
We hope you did. We
good
did.
luck.
Yeah.
Obviously, though, the good news is both of y'all are ready to spice things up.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just have to get on the same page of what level of spice, because it sounds like you a little mild, medium, and he's a little
spicy,
habanero
spicy.
hot over there.
Yes.
So y'all just got to get on the same page. But I love that y'all are willing to have these conversations.
For sure.
I love that you were willing to not just sweep it under the rug, like recognize that you want to switch things up and be vulnerable enough, because that's another thing men say, that we're not emotionally open and vulnerable enough to share. So shout out to you for sharing, and hopefully you just inspired someone else as well.
Absolutely. Any last words, Auntie Koe? I think we're done.
Last words for me are subscribe to the show. Patreon coming soon. We'll keep y'all posted. We got to get our ish together. If you have a podcast and you need a studio, we are broadcasting live from Elevate Studio right here in ATL. I will make sure we link the booking page down below if you're interested. If you need some advice, you can definitely send us an email, dearauntipod@gmail.com. We are at Dear Auntie Pod on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anything else, Carmen?
I think that's pretty much it. Rate us. Give us 5 stars.
Only.
We love it. Only 5 stars. We'll only take that. But other than that, we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace
Bye.
out.